Hello everybody, Vergosity here. How's it going today? Thank you for stopping by and checking out this little sea pickle farm today, guys. We are going to build this thing up, guys. If you need sea pickles, this thing will make you 20,000 pickles an hour. Way more than you could ever need. Let's check it out. So here's how this works. In there we've got some coral blocks, and when you put some bone meal on a sea pickle on a coral block, it's going to spread to other coral blocks around it. So we've just kind of waterlogged these coral blocks there so they're always in contact with water so they won't die. And then we've got sea pickles with the dispenser behind it, and the dispenser's firing bone meal under those pickles, and you can see the pickles spread to those other coral blocks. The pistons come down, break those pickles, and there are hopper minecarts underneath that collect everything. And this has only been running for a few minutes. And look at that, guys. Look at them come running in. Now, I will say, it is going to take a lot of bone meal. A lot of bone meal. Because these were both full when it started also. So it rips through bone meal, but it makes you an incredible amount of sea pickles. So here's what we're going to need to build this, guys. We're going to need 5 coral blocks, 4 sea pickles, 6 pistons, a dispenser, some glass, and then dark prismarine, and then prismarine blocks, stairs also. That's just how I'm choosing to decorate it, but however you want to decorate it, trade out those prismarine for whatever you want. But you need stairs and blocks, 2 levers, sticky piston, 4 repeaters, 3 observers. We're going to need some redstone dust, some rails, hoppers, chests to collect everything, a torch, 10 water buckets, and 5 hopper mine carts. Alrighty guys, so right there is the output chest, and let's start building from that. So I'm going to drop the output chest right down here, and we're going to put a double chest like that. Then we're going to break a few blocks out behind it, and 1 and 2 more. Let's come to the back side here with our hoppers, and shift click to put a hopper like that, and another one into that chest, then a hopper into that hopper, and 1 more into that hopper like that. You can get out your building blocks, whatever you want to use. I'm sorry, we need to do rails first. Get out your rails. We need to do rails 5 across like that and 1 and 2 like that, just so we can get them lined up properly. Okay, you can break out those outer ones there and drop in these prismarine blocks like that. Now let's take out our stairs, and we're going to put a stair on the side like that, and then turn this way so you get that L shape right there. Then you're going to want to come around the front with the stairs. Okay, so you're going to want one off to the side, then side, 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 turn again, and back like that, and turn a little bit more to get that nice L shape. And that should be the shape of our stairs right there. Now we're going to want to get out our pistons. And we're going to need to come up to with a couple temporary ones, and then you want to put one off to the side like that. And then you're going to want them over top of where each of the hoppers sits. So they're going to form a nice little U shape just like that. And if you look, it's the same shape as the hoppers on the bottom. We don't need those other ones anymore. All right, next we're going to install the water and the coral blocks. Now the thing with the coral blocks is they have to be touching water the entire time or else they will die. So coral blocks are actually going to go there. We're just going to use these slime blocks as a way to hold the water in while we're finishing everything else up. If you guys want to use something else there, just use a quick block that you can break. If you want to put some dirt and then just, break it real quickly and then replace it with coral, that's fine too. Just as long as you have something you can get that coral in there quickly. We're going to take water and put it in all of these stair slots all around here, just like that. All right, now we're going to get out our coral, and you're real quick gonna left click on that slime block or whatever and then replace it with that coral. So just like that. We don't want the water to go through to the bottom because that will mess up the rails down there. So as long as we're quick about it, nothing will move out of there. Just make sure that you're aiming into where you want that next block to go. You can leave this one for now because we don't have water source on it yet. So the next thing we need to do is we want 1 more temporary block there, and then we want to put a dispenser on top of that block, and that's what's going to fire the bone meal into our block when we get it going there. Let's go ahead and grab some glass, and let's put glass on all the stairs here, all the way around and across the front, and along this side here. Beautiful. Okay, now let's grab a couple hoppers. We're going to put a hopper into each side of the dispenser, with a chest on each one of those hoppers, just like that. All right, now we want to put in this middle coral block here, and we're going to need to be quick about it. So I'm going to put a coral block in one hand and then a water bucket right next to it, because what we're going to do is we're going to break this out, and then we're going to put the water bucket right on top of it real quick. So break that out, change it, drop the water bucket, and as long as you're quick enough, that coral should not die. Let's take the sea pickles and put them right down on that coral block, just like that. Beautiful, guys. That is the farm. We just need to hook up the clock to make everything run. And that is going to be super easy. Let's get rid of that guy there. Oh, and let's go ahead while we're at it, and let's throw our mine carts down on here. So 1, 2, and then I'm going to come around to the front, and we're going to do 1, 2, 3. There you go. Get them locked in there just like that. Beautiful. All right, let's get out some observers now. We need a couple observers for this first part of the clock, and we're going to do an observer like that. We're going to come out with another one, break out that first one, and then come to the front here and put one like that so that they are formed the clock just like that. Let's take a sticky piston, put it down on the bottom, put yourself your building block and a lever. Ooh, it looks like I'm missing a lever. Let me grab a lever real quick, and let's go ahead and click this on and off, just so that it's not making noise while we're hooking up the rest of this. Alright, now let's hook up the clock for the pistons. So we're going to do a couple of repeaters. We're going to do 2 like that on 4 ticks, and then 2 ticks, then come around to the other side, and do a repeater on 4 ticks, and another one on 2 ticks. We're going to want one more building block right there, with a redstone torch off to the side, and a lever on that, and that will control that clock. We will want it on and off. We're going to slap a piece of redstone dust right there with a building block right there. Take a regular piston, put it down just like that. You should see it start triggering. Okay, then we're going to want an observer on the glass like that, so that when that piston goes up, it'll trigger it. Now let's take our building blocks again and wrap them right around the top here, just like so. And then grab yourself some redstone dust, and the redstone dust is going to go right across the top like this. And as soon as you connect it, you should see those pistons start firing and everything start working. Now the last thing we need to do, guys, and I said we're going to need a lot of bone meal, and this is where you're going to want a lot of bone meal. So what I'm going to do here is I can do it pretty easily because we're in creative here, but we're just going to fill up these chests back here with all of that bone meal. And actually, I'm going to start with a bunch right in that dispenser to start out, just like that. And then let's throw a little bit over in this other one here to get that filled up too. So, yep, lots of bone meal right in there like that. And guys, now when you click this, it's going to start that dispenser clock and start firing that dispenser, and all that bone meal is going to come out. And there we go, guys. Bone meal fires, those sea pickles grow, they get broken off by those pistons. Deposited right down in here for us, and look at that just come flying in like that. That's fantastic like that. Now I like to finish it off just a little bit with a stair here and a stair here, and then I do a couple trapdoors right across the top of it like that, so that you have access to go in there to look at it if you want to, because otherwise it's a level too low. But you do that, beautiful, and we can actually, even if you want to, we can just totally hide away the hoppers underneath there, just like that. Boom, guys, we got it done. So let's click this thing on for like 5 minutes, and let's see what kind of results we get. We'll just kind of hang out here and let these pickles fill up. And we're back, guys. So that was about 5 minutes, and we've got 27 stacks, and there's a few more in there. So that's 30 stacks times 64 in a stack, and that was 5 minutes. So we would do that 12 times, which would be 23,000 pickles. So, yeah, pretty good rates on this. That's it for this, guys. Thank you for stopping by, checking this out on the channel. There are tons of tutorials, lots of fun Let's Plays, and just shenanigans. So I would encourage you to please check out the channel, subscribe and like if you haven't done it, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.